Audio check, pools 3, pools 4, Lake Pepin, wing dams, rock piles, sand dunes, current seams. How much footage did you get of John Hoyer trolling?
Here's our town, Red Wing, Minnesota, USA. Located in one of Minnesota's most scenic areas, Red Wing is now noted for its industry and ranks 8th in the state in manufacturing. Shoe manufacturing is one of the best-known industries here. The Red Wing Shoe Company, largest of 3 manufacturers, although making other kinds, they specialize in hunting boots and work shoes. During the war, they were able to produce 15,000 pairs of combat boots a month.
Should I lay out, I want to talk about in terms of a tournament format, this is the goofiest tournament I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay.
The National Walleye Tour, what's happened since the induction of forward-facing sonar is it's become a controversial subject because of the simple fact that, unfortunately, not everybody has the time that some of us do to get good at it. You've seen the successes of the people that have embraced the technology. Inevitably, there's going to be some people that are, basically naysayers of it. They want to come up with a scapegoat. And with that came some grumblings on the National Walleye Tour, and it was revolving around like, well...
Because Wisconsin has a party fishing law. Technically, you can't catch your partner's fish, and it's a really hard thing to regulate, and there's a lot of gray areas with it. So what they had to do this year to take the gray and make it black and white was they're giving us a 1-person limit.
Instead of 5 fish, anglers can only keep 4. Culling is not permitted, which means when you catch a fish, you have to decide right on the spot, am I keeping this fish? Am I pitching it back?
3 fish under 20, 1 over 20. Like, your next bite's not guaranteed.
It's stressful when you let a 22-incher go at 7:30 in the morning, and it's like,
It's really not who is the best fisherman that day, it's who made the right gambles. But I also kind of love it. It's hard enough to go get 5 bigs. Like, it's fun, I like chasing 5 bigs, but it's also really fun trying to find those 19s, because you have to have 2 different patterns.
Decision making is going to be almost as important as actually catching the fish.
So, 4 fish, 1 over 20. Your culling there can catch them all, you can catch them all, it doesn't matter.
I'm a huge believer when people talk about, well, fishing's all about luck. They couldn't be more wrong. In this tournament, luck will play a major role.
Dewey, that's why you're in charge of lodging next week. You're fishing the river, gotta have the kiddies. Yeah, we're trying to cast on the lake. I've been doing everything though, from trolling jigs, dragging jigs, pulling 3-ways, just every river technique you can think of. But a south wind on the river is never good, because it pushes the current up and big old bass. Kind of slows everything down, makes it not normal. Good sign to get out of here. The thing with the river is there's so many fish, it's trying to determine what's a walleye and what's a, there's catfish and drum, there's a lot of drum. There's tons of carp. Once you catch and see a walleye on here, you just got to try to mimic that.
Yep.
There we go. This will be, in this tournament, you know, this would be a decision maker. It's close to 18 inches, probably 2 pounds, pretty skinny, but, you know, depending on where you're at in the day, that might be a, you know, a key fish.
How come it's always crappy weather when you're with me?
Every time.
It literally is.
Every time.
Kind of figured it out on the first day, or I don't know, maybe I don't have it figured out. Like everybody was kind of baiting on these points, and I was just fishing the back side of these points and found some weeds and started throwing some jigs and crawlers around and caught a 27 and a 29 and some 23s and some nice slots. And then when I did it, there was a few boats around, and I didn't really expect it to go like that. And then yeah, it's kind of like hand in the cookie jar. I feel like these things are almost a little bit shy of the boat. Like I can get within like 50 feet really easy of them, but then anything else, they like start doing weird things. Big troller guy, Brett kind of called me out on that. I tried a lot of different things, and that's like almost all the tournaments that I go to. I try to do things that other people aren't doing. If everybody's baiting on points, if you go and do that, you're gonna catch the same fish as they do. Or if you do better than them, it's because you got lucky. 100% all the time, look for what other people aren't doing. And I think that's what a lot of these guys that are having success are doing, is basically going outside the box. That's what you call perfect, actually. 19 3/4, 210-ish. Not bad. That's a nice one. We got it. 18 and a half, 2-1. I would probably keep this fish.
What's your plan for the rest of practice?
Find all the big ones. That's my plan. Find them, not catch them, till Thursday, Friday. Check real quick, see if they're still there. We're gonna go out to the lake. Yeah. Someone's sitting there, we're not able to check.
I hope I come back to eat these words, but river fishing is not Owen Wilcox's wheelhouse right now. He's struggling on rivers. He's catching some fish in practice, but this is not where his strength is. He's a much better open water reservoir, even Great Lakes fisherman.
Not used to it. I'm used to pine trees. Looks kind of weird. Looks like we're not supposed to be fishing for walleye. Like it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it just doesn't look like, I'm just not used to this kind of scenery for walleye. I have rivers back home. They're not like this though. I mean, a river's a river, so there's similarities obviously, but it's definitely different. There's a walleye. Look at that. I can't even see it. Just inhaled. Wish they all bit like that. In all reality though, these are the worst ones to catch. It's probably a 21 incher. Just over the slot. There it goes. What'd you say? Greenie.
Yeah, so Nitty is having some boat issues. Batteries went bad on his trolling motor. So we had a rain day, and I've had so many battery issues over the year. I'm kind of the battery expert now, and jumped in, put new batteries in, new charger. He's getting a tire replaced because he's got a leaky tire. We dressed him this morning, changed him, took him to breakfast, fed him.
No.
I had to teach him how to live scope a couple days ago, but he should be ready to fish the National Walleye Tour in a few days.
Change the diaper.
Owen, we're still working on him, but
Yeah.
Which one do you want me to cut, red one or blue one?
it'll be fun. It's just
Got lots of power now.
Don't be stuttered right
I
now.
want short or shoulder width apart.
okay.
Thumbs like this.
Yeah, point it down.
And you cut back.
Don't hit down. Don't hit me.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah!
Good.
Nailed it.
My mom made me do golf lessons when I was a little kid, and that's what ruined it for me.
My mom
My
made
mom-
me do ballet when I
Oh
was
my
a kid.
God, I was about to say the same thing. Dude, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
Oh, geez, that's bad.
Jeez. Thank God there's netting.
Wow. I don't know. It's getting dicey. Yeah, he was gonna or he told me how to fix it, but I don't know. And then he offered to come here, and that was kind of a no-brainer. So yeah, I would have never guessed you could pound that back into shape. But obviously that big chip, that ain't gonna hurt anything. The worst part was it was curved so bad I could just feel it pulling the boat to the side. But she's gonna have to work. We might lose a little speed this tournament, but that's all right. Well, we'll send it, I guess. It is very nice to be sitting in my own garage right now. I came home last night because I had to get my boat fixed up, and it's kind of been a weird feeling. Last night I was sitting, I had to leave the boys at fish camp, and so it kind of felt guilty, but there was this like weird calmness last night in me. Like I felt like this was the right thing to do, sit here and get ready. Got to hang with the kids and the wife, got to get some work emails done. Had a bad first tournament. Yeah, no pressure, and like none. Home water curse. If you don't think that's real, think again. It's like you know too much and then you just run around and you just spin out, but I need to quit spinning out. But yeah, there's gonna be a ton of pressure on me. Funny thing is I don't even know where the hell I'm gonna fish. I got one day of practice left, but a lot of it depends on my boat number. If I get a good boat number, I think that'll calm me down the night before, but the nerves are going to be just redlined in this one.
I made this.
Here, don't get dirt all over. Okay, good enough. Stop. These guys do a little tackle prep sometimes, don't you? Actually, your lure you made the other day is in the glove box still, Lane. You got to leave it in there, though. That's for good luck. See if you can find it.
That's the one you made?
Yeah, that's the one. What'd you guys have for supper? Steak? And you didn't tell us to come in? What the heck? They just love it. They love to fish. They love to hunt. Couldn't be more proud. They're everything to me now. Nothing else really matters. You know, it's all about just kind of handing it down to them and letting them do their thing. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm a better fisherman. No, you've been not fishing a lot. I've been fishing a lot.
I think you're both pretty good. Jersey.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Him?
This is Bill Shimoda's home water. He's been fishing this river, and especially this stretch of the river, for the last 20, 25 years. He knows this river inside and out, and he also knows how the river changes every year. There's this constant erosion and deposition cycle happening on the Mississippi, and he understands like how it affects sand dunes. He knows when water levels come up, where the fish are going to be. He knows where the fish are going to be when the water level sort of recedes and stabilizes. This is his area, and besides Billy Shimoda, the only other guy that I would say is heavily favored would be Brett King, who lives on the other side of this river over in Wisconsin. Not only are Brett and Billy locals, they also have the tour level experience where they've won Angler of the Year, they've won big time tournaments. The pressure of this level doesn't faze those guys one bit, and they have the intimate knowledge of the river.
Oh, it's your story, a story that's never been told, the secrets that cover your soul. Oh, it's your legacy, it's your legacy. Oh, it's your story, a story that's never been told, the secrets that cover your soul.
What type of fish you looking for? They're like 5 to 7 pound walleye. Exactly what it is. Okay. Oh, there he goes. That's all right. That's all right. We don't need him. It was about a 25 incher. Yeah. That would have been my over. You'd want your over a little bigger than that, but that was a good one. Thing smashed it right at the boat. I would have bet you my life that it was a white bass, but yeah, it's right here already. Like I told you, I only had that much line out when that thing bit. Look at that. 4 incher maybe? See a lot of the back. I want to weigh her. I think it's only 24. Yep, it's like a 24 and a half. 5'2". You'd have to keep.
The other one was bigger?
It was similar. I mean, you'd have to keep it. How can you throw that back? I mean, I don't know. Beautiful fish. So we were probably fishing up here at 7:30ish, right? So yeah, about 1 hour exactly. Is that my rod back there? Actually, we're gonna fish our way out of here for a little bit, Jake. So I would say, look at this. Yeah, there's one on this one. He's hanging. Oh, he just gave me a bath. I'm just soaked. He's not. He's a 19 1/4. Scale. Did you put that back, Jake? 2.4, so he's skinny. 19 1/4. But yeah, how about that 1-2 punch? You know, you obviously want a 7 pounder, but if you put a small over in, you know, then you might want to be a little more picky on your unders. You know, those big unders are like that 2.8, you know, a 2.6. Anything over 2 pounds really is decent, but you know, I'm hoping to have all like 2.6 to 2.10 unders, and if I can do that, I think we'll be in good shape.
She's not a call today. I hate wind so much. I gotta start coming up with my next big hit for tour level gold. They say I'm the songbird of my generation. My pre-fish is pretty much done. It's been done for a few days. I'm just kind of looking for secondary, third areas. I know what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. Today is just a big day of, you know, kind of checking a few things, but the other thing to keep in mind is like the mental side of it. We're post like apocalyptic storm. We had naders come through, all this jazz. River's all turned up today. All these conditions that aren't going to be going on tomorrow in the tournament. So I'm not really leaning on my best stuff or even really want to look at it, because it may not be great today, but it's going to go back to the conditions that I caught him in the other day. Rivers have always been, as Brett Carlson would say, I'm not a good river fisherman. And that's something like I've taken personally over the last 3-4 years. You know, I'm a real good lake fisherman. Like I can break down a lake, can find them Rivers forever were really tough, but once I learned how to fish a river, I actually love rivers because they fish really small. I'm a visual learner, so rivers, you know, it's very visual based. So, you know, every time I come to the Mississippi, I'm excited for it because it's something different, you know.
Whoopsies, what was that? That's a 19. Boom. Me being a live scoper, I got the ideal male body. This is peak male performance right here. Man, I like it. That's what it looks like. Heck yeah. Ooh, homemade. With love or without love? Wait, did you make it or Molly make it? Mom made it. Your mom made them. Even better. That's a good one. If it's a walleye. Giant. It is an absolute mega. This would absolutely break my heart come tournament day. 22-inch sog dog. Hey John, this one's for you, buddy. It's either a big walleye or it's a giant pike, and either way it's for John. I know how much he loves them. Johnny, this one's for you, buddy. This one's for you, Jonathan. It's like a 9-pounder, dude. I'm coming for you, John. I'm coming for you, Johnny. That's a stud, dude. Holy cow. Wow. That's a 28, 29, 8-pounder. Skinny mini. Look at that. Hey. Sam.
Well, unfortunately, you got with us in full-out exploration mode after we've just been catching huge walleyes at will and perfect slots every day.
John's been on the road a lot lately. He's been dabbling in a few bass tournaments. He just fished the Sturgeon Bay Open, and he's coming to pools 3 and 4 with only a few days of practice.
Yeah, this is the final day of practice for the second stop of the National Walleye Tour in beautiful Red Wing, Minnesota. But we're actually launching above Red Wing in Pool 3 at the Treasure Island Casino. So I figured I can't neglect Pool 3. I've had a lot of fun here, caught some big walleyes, and this is actually the first day I've fished here since I've kind of had a shortened practice. So all I can say is Bill Shimoda, I already know what color he throws. I think he coined the phrase, any color as long as it's fire tiger. Well, we're gonna have a head-to-head matchup, and when I'm throwing crankbaits, it's gonna be any color as long as it's purple. Oh my goodness, this might be a little walleye. Excuse me, did I say walleye? I meant sauger! Look at that little guy. We're on the board. I'm gonna try to be like Dewey now, trolling specialist. Britt Carlson said he likes trolling. It's kind of funny that the public knows what we all knew deep down the whole time. Dear valued customer, a walleye chop out there today, which you don't ever need in a river. But yeah, we want flat, calm, and sunny. That's what we want for this tournament. It looks like it's gonna be like that day 1. And day 2, there's gonna be some wind, some rain, some storms. So definitely enough variables to have an opportunity to excel. Medium heavies, we got 2.
I heard a tree fall over today. You ever heard a tree fall in the woods, you know, without it getting cut? That's a rare thing.
The analogy I'll draw is this tournament is very similar to last year's Illinois River tournament, where it looks like a survival tournament for a lot of our guys. Unless you get one of those giant overs, you're just trying to get solid weights into the 11, 12, maybe 13 pounds and get out of here with a good tournament, points, and a check.
Dewey, if we're DQ'd, you owe me my entry fee.
Actually, that's Chuck Norris. He could have just skipped about 3
Ready to
steps
roll.
over.
I was just gonna hop on the back.
Appreciate y'all coming. Welcome to Treasure Island, the second stop of the 2024 Bass Pro Shops Cabela's National Walleye Tour, presented by Progressive here on the Mississippi River. We're excited to get 117 pros and 117 co's out. Everybody checked in here tonight.
Yeah. I caught one of the cockiest fish I've ever caught, and you'll appreciate it today. Again, I caught one today. I felt it bite. I turned around, looked back at the camera, said, "Hey John, this is for you." And he's finished.
You're gonna get live scope banned. Try not to say stuff like that.
What you looking at, boy? You get 1 over. Every tournament I've fished here has been get your 5 biggest, and then you usually have a couple to play with, so it's interesting. You know, what do you do when you catch a 24? You throw it in, you just hope they come in the right order. The unders I'll be a little more picky on, but the overs, they haven't came that easy for me this week, so who knows? Hopefully they come in the right order.
You're not gonna win, right? I don't care about 30th place.
You're just gonna relinquish Angler of the Year to me? Playing recklessly?
Not recklessly. Thinking like top 10 again.
This tournament is sort of shaping up in 2 different camps. You have the Dewey and John camp where they're putting their eggs once again in the lake, in the live scope basket. And you have the other guys that are, no, I think the river can produce, and I think crankbaits and trolling and old school fishing is the way to go. It's kind of heading to a river versus lake, old school versus new school.
This is my new innovative design for optimum efficiency while live scoping. This is my crawler fanny pack. Instead of running to the back of the boat, getting a crawler, and losing all that time, fish nips you off, just crawler. Innovative.
Bang!
Bang.
Bang!
Angler of the Year or a victory?